Welcome back to our podcast, Life Under the Moon. I am your host, Sammy B, and we are celebrating the new moon in Libra, as well as a solar eclipse. What does this mean for you, and what are we going to cultivate during the next 2 weeks? Let's find out in today's episode. I've recently come across the theme for today's episode, which is to enjoy the season that we are currently in. Now, just because it's fall doesn't mean that that's why I'm talking about this, but it is a perfect time to talk about growing with the seasons. We cannot force, we cannot change the seasons. This goes for things in our life as well. Sure, there are some things that are in our control, and there are a lot of things, probably most things, that are not in control in our life. And we have to go with the flow, and we have to accept, and we have to adapt. And the only way that we can control outside situations is to just control inside. How we react, how we feel to certain situations, to certain things that people might say or do in our life. This is very important to remember because there are a lot of circumstances that we have no control over. And that makes life very challenging, as you already know. But today we are going to focus on enjoying those seasons. Let me tell you a little bit of something I tend to go through maybe once every 2 weeks, and this might be something that you feel often as well. Every now and then, I wake up feeling blah, off, and there's no rhyme or reason as to why I feel that way. I just don't really feel like myself. I don't feel like I have a lot of energy, and there's nothing particularly in my life that's triggering it. And no matter how many times in the past when I've felt this way, that I've tried to resist it, that I've tried to feel like myself again, to try to take as much energy, drink coffee, have energy drinks, take a pre-workout, anything to try to make me not feel the way I was feeling. No matter how hard I tried, nothing worked. It was just one of those days. And I would always try to fight those feelings. I would always try to feel more productive because those are the days when I wouldn't feel productive. I would feel like all I could do is just sit and watch a show. And for those of you who don't know me, I don't even own a TV. I don't actually take time to usually watch TV. I actually never watch TV. This is something that I feel like is kind of contradictory to society, as most people, I feel like, watch too much TV and they need to take time to spend, reading or go in nature. Whereas I'm the complete opposite. I spend so much time reading and going in nature that I don't take enough time to sit and do absolutely nothing. I am definitely a workaholic, and I do everything I can to make sure that I am as productive as I possibly can be. This sounds great. However, it is so important to have balance. And that means that I do need to make time to sit and do nothing and watch TV. So the moods that I'm in when I feel off, those are the times when it would be the most productive to sit and do nothing. That is when my body is telling me that I need to sit and do nothing. And like I said, in the past, I would fight this. I don't want to feel unproductive. I don't want to feel like I'm going backwards. I don't want to feel like I'm missing out on a day of getting something done in my life that needs to be done. Because honestly, there are so many things on my to-do list that I don't even want to think about it. But recently I've realized that if I sit and do nothing on the days that I feel like sitting and doing nothing, that is the most productive I can possibly be on those days. Meaning, you have to flow with the seasons of our mind, our body, and our heart. And on those days where I can't seem to do anything, like even reading, I feel like I can read a whole entire article on something and you could ask me to repeat it and I couldn't tell you anything. It's like I can't even retain information. It's like my whole body, my whole mind just shuts off for the day. And these usually happen on work days, a typical work day, say Monday or a Wednesday or whenever these days happen. So it's like when it happens, I feel like I need to be productive at work. But instead of going with the flow of society saying, oh, well, it's Wednesday, so you have to work your hardest today because it is a day that everybody works. What if your body says no? What if your body says, no, doesn't matter. Wednesday doesn't matter. That day doesn't exist. Today is a day where you need to sit and do nothing. It's a rainy, cloudy day, Sunday. And you want to just sit, curl up with a cup of tea and a blanket and put on a favorite show and sit and do absolutely nothing. And your body is not only welcoming it, it is basically forcing you to do it. Have you ever had those days? I cannot be the only one. I know that this has happened many times to me. And if it has happened to you, what can we do? I'll tell you. What we can do is to just roll with it. Now, I understand that if you have an office job and it's not really a day that you could just, take time off work, call in sick, call it a me day. I mean, if you want, you absolutely are more than welcome to. It's your life. You can do whatever you want. Don't let anyone tell you different. For example, those of you who are at work and cannot leave your desk, just allow yourself to maybe not be 100% productive in your normal sense of production. Meaning, if you typically give your 100%, maybe give your 100% in a more gentle way. I'm not saying only give 20% of your hard work, but I'm saying slow down. I'm saying give 100% to you, not to your job today. To just go slower, walk slower, drink more water, speak with more intention. Just slow down. Take a day for you. Because I know that there are some days where you go to work and you are giving it your 110%. You're not even thinking about your own needs. Yeah, that's great. We all have those days, and I think that those are great. But on the days that you just don't have it in you, accept it and embrace it. And once you accept it, okay, this is how I feel. I feel blah. I feel like I cannot give my normal 110% energy. I feel like I cannot, for the life of me, even try to pretend that I have any energy for today. Don't. Accept it. Be tired. Sip some tea. Enjoy being cozy. Enjoy being slow. Enjoy being unproductive. Because those days happen. There's no doubt about it. So accept it. Embrace it. And once you learn to embrace that feeling, it's not so bad. It's actually quite pleasant. And you have just turned a day of disorganized chaos and frustration and resistance into something that is now working in your favor because you are working with your feelings. Because I don't know about you, but when I've tried everything to make myself feel and be productive on the days that my body says no, it is not a productive day, and no matter what you do, we are not going to be productive, I feel infinite times better when I just accept, okay, today's one of those days. Today's a day where I'm not going to be as productive as I am yesterday or probably tomorrow. I accept that. Well, what can I do today to just enjoy myself? Enjoy the season I'm in? Well, for me, I don't watch enough TV. So I'm going to put on a show, and I'm going to watch a show that I've been wanting to watch for years. And maybe I'm going to learn something. Maybe it's going to open something up inside me that I was waiting for this entire time. This, I feel, is a very common thing in society. And until we embrace the season that we're in, until we actually just simply allow ourselves to feel what we are feeling, it's going to be a life of resistance. And let me tell you, when you're swimming up a river with the current is too strong, you're not going anywhere. You are just exhausting yourself. Instead, turn around, float on your back, and float down the river and enjoy the ride. Because sometimes that's all we can do. Sometimes there are things in life that we just cannot control. And the best thing we can do is accept that. And not only accept it, but embrace it. And once you learn to embrace it, your life will turn into a magical course of action. Try this. The next time that you are feeling blah, or the next time you're just not having a me day, you're just, those days, embrace that feeling. Do everything you can to embrace it. And I promise you, it will feel so much better than trying to resist it. And I guarantee you, because this happens to me, that the next day you are going to wake up feeling recharged, re-energized. You're going to feel more like yourself than if you would have tried to resist that feeling. You are going to feel completely renewed and rejuvenized. That happens to me every single time. That I just allow myself to go through that season. I allow myself to go through the mood of feeling blah and disorganized and unproductive, and I can't retain any information, and I don't even know what to say to anyone because that's just how I feel. I just don't want to pick up the phone. I don't want to text anyone. I don't want to do anything. I just want to hide in a little corner with a blanket. Do it. Because that's what your body and your soul is telling you that you need to do. And once you embrace it, your life is going to feel so much better. Give it a try. And I hope that this really changes your life, because it has honestly opened up a whole new world in mine. This is the part of the podcast where we take a listener's wish and we all manifest it and try to create a better place in this world where all of our dreams and hopes and wishes come true. Now, I am going to take my own personal wish. Please don't be shy. Leave your wishes in the comments below. I would love to hear what you're wishing for so we can help make your dreams a reality. My wish is to obtain my dream vehicle. I don't know what my dream vehicle is, but what I do know is I want something that's better than the vehicle I'm driving now. And without getting into any detail about that, that's what I'm wishing. A brand new vehicle. And if you could help manifest that for me, I guarantee you that each little wish that comes true for each and every one of us, this world will become a better place. And I will talk about this in another episode, but we are all connected. We all come from the same source. If you imagine the source of the universe, that energy point, we all come from there. We are all related. We are all family. You are me. I am you. So if you wish for positive outcomes for someone else, you are also wishing for positive outcomes for yourself. And when you wish for positive things for yourself, you are also wishing for positive things for others. This is the whole magic of manifestation and helping the collective. So if you could manifest that wish and dream for me, I would love for it to come true. And let's go manifest our dreams with our life under the moon.